What is going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of IMHO. I'm Kelcey. That's John Roser. Whew, Selection Sunday just happened. That means we know who's in the tournament, and it is not the team that I am currently wearing right now. But it got me thinking, John Roser, what NBA players did you watch in March Madness that you didn't see before that you kind of fell in love with just because of college basketball?
Yeah, so I have to go back to when I was really young to do this. Because
we're going back to the 1970s.
Whoa, come on. Come on.
What does that mean? Come
on. I'm not that old. I'm going to go with, you're actually wearing the Kentucky shirt too. I'm going to go with Jamal Mashburn from Kentucky. That legendary game against Duke, where it's always famous for Christian Laettner hitting that crazy shot to win the game, but if you really do watch it, Jamal Mashburn was so awesome in that game. It was such an awesome college basketball player. He later went on in his career and scored 50 points in a game against the Grizzlies, actually.
Oh, ouch. Okay, I'm going to go with another Duke slayer, I guess. I'm going to go with C.J. McCollum. Again, this was back in 2012, but when they beat Duke, like Lehigh beating Duke, Lehigh was, what were they? Not ranked high. Duke was second or something, I think.
Duke was a 2 seed, yeah. Duke was a 2 seed, and Lehigh was a 15, yeah.
Must have been a 15. So that that team had what? Austin Rivers, the Plumlee brothers, McCollum iced it at the free throw line. He had 36 and 6. That's kind of just like when I was like, oh, okay, CJ, we see you. From Lehigh, the mid-major, taking down Duke. So we love a good Duke slayer, apparently. Who's your number 2?
My number 2, and this is going to be, it's kind of an unfortunate one, because he did play in an NCAA tournament, but the one that he did not get to play, he actually did not get to play in this tournament, and it's Cincinnati, and it's Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin was the best player in college basketball his senior year, and he got injured, broke his leg in the first round of the Conference USA tournament inside the pyramid at the time. That's where the Tigers were playing. And he broke his leg. Michigan State went on to win the national championship that year, gave Tom Izzo his first and only national title, and I think we do forget, if it wasn't for Kenyon Martin breaking his leg, Tom Izzo would not have a national championship, and we'd be talking about Tom Izzo. Why can he never win the big one?
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that took a turn.
But I loved Kenyon Martin.
That took a turn. I'm going with Steph Curry as my number 2. And I know, like, he went into college basketball with an NBA dad and, like, well known, but he went to Davidson. Obviously got out in the first round in his first year. But then the second year, he had, like, 40, 30, 30 in his first, well, I guess the only 3 games because they got knocked out by Kansas. But Steph Curry was, like, the person that, even in the NBA now, he's, like, the person you can look at and relate to because he's not, like, LeBron's stature. So I watched him in the NCAA tournament being like, oh, my, that could be me. Like, what? And he was just like a little scoring machine. So Steph Curry's my number 2 with Davidson. I guess I like underdogs.
No, that's usually when these guys rise up, you know, whether it's, I mean, the 2 guys you just mentioned, Steph Curry and C.J. McCollum, those are both big stars in the NBA. Like a smaller one is like Bryce Drew, who had a little bit of a cup of coffee in the NBA. He's the one who hit the crazy shot against Ole Miss back in the day to win a tournament game there. So, I mean, it usually is. This is usually when we find out about these smaller guys. I'm going to go with the University of Florida product.
Ooh.
Corey Brewer. Most people, when they think about those Florida teams that won back-to-back national championships, you think Joakim Noah and you think Al Horford. I loved
Noah.
Corey Brewer was also a top 10 pick. Mm-hmm. And Corey Brewer had a nice career. Like, he played for a long time in the NBA and had a nice career. But I did think he was going to be way better than he was. And he was a good player. He was a good NBA player. But I thought he was going to be way better and thought, like, this guy's going to make a couple of all-star teams. And obviously that never happened. But, yeah. And when you see it, when you saw Corey Brewer do all his interviews and everything, an amazing personality, a funny guy, yeah. Corey Brewer.
All right. I have 3 more, but I'm just going to – these are my ones that I'm not going to say. Carmelo Anthony with Syracuse.
Yeah.
Frank Kaminsky with Wisconsin.
True story about Carmelo Anthony. His first ever game with Syracuse, Madison Square Garden, they lost to Memphis.
You know all the Memphis stats. Okay.
I live here.
The one that I'm going to go with, though, and it's because I'm wearing this shirt, and it's because I was at this Final Four and the championship game, I fell in love with friggin' Anthony Davis. I have a shirt that they were selling when they went to the Final Four, and it was the Fear the Brow shirt. I could not find it for the life of me this morning. That's what I wanted to wear. But Anthony Davis, obviously.
That
team was stacked, though. They had like 7 NBA guys, and he still was the most outstanding player. Like,
I'll go with the guy on the other team that they played in the finals. who I don't know what happened and why he never
Kansas,
panned
right?
out. I don't know why he didn't pan out in the NBA. I don't know the
Who?
backstory. Thomas Robinson. Thomas Robinson was a top 5 pick. He was drafted in the top 5 in Sacramento, and he just never panned out at all in the NBA. But he was so awesome at Kansas.
What is he doing now?
I don't know. I have no idea what he's doing now, but he did not last in the league.
Well, then you can't use him because he's not in the league.
Well, he played.
Okay, fine.
He did play in the league.
Fine.
Jamal Mashburn's not in the NBA. I used him.
Rule breaker, John Roser. That's been another episode of IMHO. I'm Kelcey. That's John Roser. We'll see you guys next week.